It's Friday, the 23rd of December 2022. And for a change, I'm not actually at work. Why? Because for the first time in 19 years, I've got 5 days off, all in one hit over the celebratory festive season. And everyone for the company I work for will be enjoying the same. They said to their families, we may not be able to buy you as much stuff as we normally would buy you due to the industrial action that we've been taking, but at least we get time spent with you this year. So I'm quite happy, to be honest, because I didn't have to go to work, which was phenomenal. So what's been happening? What hasn't been happening? Well, last week, is it last week? Yeah, last week. Last weekend, so the weekend of the 10th. My missus comes up on the 10th of December and she's complaining of a cough. So, long and short of it, by close of play Saturday, she's kind of feeling like she's got some kind of seasonal infection. So I'm like, okay, so I had to sort of become nurse. You know, in sickness and in health. So I looked after her, she ate, she had a slight temperature, didn't really have too much appetite, rah. So anyway, I gave her some RSO. Those of you know what that is, I'm not going to explain because controversial reasons. Anyway, I gave her some RSO and that kind of seemed to help her go to sleep, and then she woke up and drove home. So then Monday I woke up, she rang me in the morning and said, look, I ain't going to work, I feel like crap. I said, okay, so I've got up Monday morning, gone to work. A bit about that because I do earlys on a Monday, I do a 10, 11 hour day on a Monday. I was like, oh God, whatever you had, just trying it on, thanks. So of course I just, you know, the normal vitamin D, iron, lemon, ginger, turmeric, all that kind of crap. So I've gone to work. By halfway through my shift, I'm like, need to take a paracetamol here because I'm not having that. So I did. Complained to my other work colleagues that I wasn't feeling fantastic. They were like, well, go home. I said, no, I'll try and last the shift out. So I left work at 5 o'clock, walked home in about, it was about -3, I think. And I had a couple of layers on. I've come into the flat, I'm pretty sure the heating was on. I've come in, but I'm like, yeah, fucking freezing. So I'm like, right, let's just put some layers on. So I put 2 pairs of socks on, put a couple of bottoms on, put another top on, made myself a cup of tea and just shivered. So I'm like, hold on, have I got a temperature here? So I took my temperature. 38.7. I think you could quite safely say I had a little bit of a temperature. But I was like, oh, okay, great. So turned the heating off, slowly took the layers off. And as I took the layers off, I got it down to 38.2, I think it was. I was like, well, I can cope with that. So I took some paracetamol. Within a couple more hours, I was back down to the old between 37 and about 37.8. So that's just fever-like, innit? So I'm like, great, okay, so I'll just go to bed. So I went to bed, woke up the next day and quite quickly realised that I wasn't going to the gym and I certainly wasn't going to work. So I rang work, went, look, got a fever, ate like fuck, just don't feel like it. They went, okay. So, rang in sick and then proceeded to spend the next 4 days not doing much. Because I had kind of the flu. Not cold, the flu. Ached, fucking headache, you know, like, felt, bit nauseous, didn't really feel hungry, temperature was fluctuating. After the first 2 days, it never went back up above 38, it stayed below it. So, of course, I was subjected to the television. Guess what I decided to watch? I'm not sure why. Why would you watch this? It's just like, why? I watched 5 seasons of The Crown. You know, it's dramatised. Some of it's factual, but The Crown, why? Why would I want to watch something about the royal family? Well, I came to a conclusion on that, which I'll digress back to in a minute. But so I watched that. Couldn't do a workout. Didn't go to work. Friday, I decided that I'd do a little mini workout, and I managed to knock one out on Friday at home. I then, as a treat for the weekend of the 16th, 17th, I decided to dye my roots. That's why I look a little bit paler than I normally look, because it's dark on the top. So yeah, done that. That was great. Wash your hair. Oh, that was the excitement for the week. I then proceeded to go back to work Monday and was like, oh, actually, still don't feel 100% right. Done a workout Tuesday in the gym this week, which was the 20th, and I went to the gym this morning. I've got a very small amount of crap behind my nose, and this is 2 weeks later, so there's definitely a flu going around, but the last time I ever had anything that severe in comparison to how you just had to stop, like really stop for more than 2 days in a row, was when I was 21 years old. So that was 28 years ago. 28 years ago. So if that's how long you're resilient to the flu, is 28 years between each fucking bout, I'll go with natural immunity every time. Right? It was a bit grim, but it weren't as grim as life could be if you were really fucking ill. So I was ill enough. You know, my missus suffered a bit more. She's still a little bit, probably a couple more days longer, because she's obviously had chemotherapy in the past as well as holistic alongside, but she has had bouts of pharma. So, you know, her immune system probably still isn't as robust as mine. And she is where I'm not. Anyway, let's digress back to The Crown. So anyway, I watched The Crown, and I'll tell you what, right? Be it your opinion on the royal family, don't care about whether she's a reptile or not, whether she's nice or cold or whatever else. What absolute clusterfuck of a fucking family, right? I've never seen so many emotional issues, insecurities, just entitlement, just lack of empathy, coldness, stiff upper lip, just absolutely, you know, there's mollycoddle and there's nothing, right? You know, and there's a fine line between mollycoddling someone and showing love. And the royal family just don't show love or anything, just nothing. They don't praise, nothing. It's just like cold, like ice. And that ain't fucking healthy. I don't care who you are. There's a time and a place. That's not healthy. What absolute fucking, just the absolute hideous mental health issues within that family, and the lack of, I just can't, emotion was just like, wow, man, you need to check yourself out, right? Because that ain't good. And I've come to this conclusion, that's what, being in that kind of background, rich background, where your parents are so fucking absorbed with that world, doing their own life, and or you know, living up to a title, whether that's a fucking royal title, that they're not there for the kids. And it's almost like, right, I'm sorry, but time with your parents is always better than being given the latest car or a house in Sydney or something. You know, what the fuck, man? It's completely fucked. Sometimes a kid just wants them to, you know, their parents to say, well done, you did a good job. How hard is that? And give them a hug. How, you know, that's not like, Jesus fucking Christ. But that family, our sister Margaret, the Queen, I understand the Queen was constrained to this hideous fucking infrastructure that she decided to partake in. Her sister, man, how she even spoke to her sister, I'd have been like, fuck off. Alright, you can fuck off. From the moment she denied me marrying the person I actually loved, That would have been it. See ya. Fuck you. It was that level. I was like, wow, man. And I know elements of these things are dramatised, but it just, in a way, I'm glad I watched it because it made me realise that I'm actually quite lucky. I have fantastic parents. And this vlog was just a random because I have got nothing really to say because I don't watch the news. I don't play into this drama. I don't know what's going on out there. Don't know. I've come to this conclusion now that the company I work for is trying to make the public react with, oh, that's not secure. Oh, we can't trust you. Let's make it all digital. Problem reaction solution. So I think that's on the way out, as well as a bit of, you know, the old cash. That ain't going to be long. Oh, why did you give up cash? Oh, because it was convenient. Yeah, 2 world wars were really fucking convenient, weren't they, to create fucking tyranny? Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, I'm going to go. Have a good one of those celebrating the sun moving 1 degree north. Don't get too drunk. And I'll see you probably in the new year. Peace, love and light.